Welcome to Monday Coffee by Appfire. In this episode, we talk about early access program for a new feature for copying data in JSM. Atlassian Intelligence has landed in Trello. Look at the feature for developer teams, keeping track of viewed files in Bitbucket. Atlassian also just announced the release of Canada as a zone for data residents. And we'll take a peek at the last month analytics update roundup. Then we'll dive in the weekly events roundup. We mention the big acquisition Atlassian announced last week, and we'll end it all up with the article of the week about burnout. Hey, it's Monday, and that means another episode of Monday Coffee. I'm Biro.
And I'm Sergey. I do product marketing at Appfire.
Awesome. We have a packed week this week. I have another guest to Monday Coffee because Nikki's in Japan having fun. She's going to be back next week, by the way, so come back for that episode as well. We'll have a celebration for her majestic return to Monday Coffee. But this week I have Sergey, and Sergey, we have a ton of things to discuss about, a lot of features still. I thought after last week with Faith, when I felt that everything got launched at once, nothing else will be this week, everything dry, but that's not true. Do you want to get us started?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first update is early access program for copy product data for Jira Service Management. Basically, this EAP does what it says. It unlocks the ability to copy JCM projects from one site to another in cloud migrations. The current workaround is having to move data first to DC and then back to cloud, so that will no longer be necessary. And as part of this EAP, Atlassian added support for most commonly used features in JSM, but they warn you that there are still some features that you won't get copied. So in this post, you can get a closer look at the current limitations and, of course, how to sign up to this EAP. And according to Atlassian, once you sign up, they will enable the features in your site by December. And now for another update, this time from Atlassian Intelligence. Atlassian Intelligence features are now in beta in Trello. So we covered some news about it last week as well. So this team's been on the roll lately. So with this update, Trello admins can now enable Atlassian Intelligence features. These are currently in beta and available for customers on Trello Standard and Premium plans. There are some neat features to accelerate work in Trello, and a few examples is like summarizing content, making writing more concise, and even change tone depending on your audience. Other things like brainstorm new content based on topics you provide, and finding and inserting action items in your Trello cards based on the content. So Atlassian offers pretty in-depth step-by-step information how to get started with this feature in Trello. There are also video tutorials of AI in their other products. I'm especially excited about AI features to become generally available in Confluence, as that's the place where I do most of my write-ups, including like things like team meeting notes. So it could save me a bunch of time. So what do you think, Biro?
Let me say that I am completely shocked of the jam-packed list of features added in Trello. And to be honest, in every single application, because last week we were talking about Jira and JSM having Atlassian Intelligence. And the other thing that I just realized now while you were talking, weren't they saying at the Atlassian teams that this was supposed to come way later, like 2024? Or am I mistaken? Because I feel like they've rolled out Atlassian Intelligence way too quick. Because I remember when they announced it at Atlassian Teams, everyone was like, oh, this is amazing, but it's going to take a long time for it to arrive in our software. But it's not. It's here. And it's crazy how fast Atlassian mobilized in the AI space. So, yeah, and it's feature-packed. Have a look. Play with it if you use Trello. Or if you don't, this is your opportunity to explore Trello with these new shiny AI features. And now for an update for our beloved Atlassian developer teams, Bitbucket Cloud introduces a new feature allowing users to mark files as viewed during pull request reviews. Once marked, the file collapses to help reviewers focus on pending files. Bitbucket remembers viewed files, but resets the status if there are new commits to the source branch. A progress bar also shows review completion. The feature addressing a common user request is now available for all Bitbucket Cloud users, and feedback can be given via Bitbucket help menu. Again, sounds like a very useful feature. I've not coded that often recently, but yeah, I mean, give it a try. And the next one, Atlassian is enhancing data residency features for marketplace partners and customers. Data residency ensures in-scope data, like personal and sensitive data, remains within a trusted region, essential for industries like, for example, finance and healthcare. Recent updates include a new realm for Connect data residency in Canada, plans also for realms in Japan, South Korea, Brazil, India, and the UK and Switzerland, and general availability of realm migration for Connect. Additionally, Atlassian will introduce data residency for Forge hosted type of storage in 2024, enabling partners to provide data residency without additional investments. Further improvements to customer UI and realm persistence are underway. Atlassian continues to provide resources and support via the partner portal. Yeah, so it's a very insightful article. If you want to understand more about what was just released in terms of the data residency or what's coming, have a look through this article that Maggie wrote on the blog. Right, but we have another piece of update before I go into events, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. So the next item, news item, we have some exciting product updates for Atlassian Alix users. To remind, Atlassian Analytics offers ways to visualize data across Atlassian products and other data sources and give you holistic insights on how work gets done. So what's in this update? 6 new dashboard templates for visualizing Jira software or Jira service management data, ability to connect to Google Sheets to bring additional data for use in your charts and dashboards, and there are a few data lake updates, so faster performances, to 4 commonly queried Jira tables. They also rolled out an update to issue hierarchy data, and there are a few breaking changes for Atlassian Analytics customers using Opsgenie data. So namely, the format of values in team ID columns have changed, so worth taking a closer look in the post. Or even attend Atlassian Analytics office hours at Atlassian is hosting on October 18th.
So we were reporting last week about an update to analytics, and there have been so many. I remember I was talking to Nikki. Every single week or so, we get an analytics update, which is awesome because it means the platform is evolving, and it's really good to see this summary of what happened in September, jam-packed updates. How many product engineers and managers does Atlassian have? Because I feel like they're developing 50 products at a time constantly. It's a bit crazy.
They're very, very agile, basically.
Yeah. Hashtag jealous with all of these products. Although we have ours, quite a few, and everyone's working really hard and deploying updates and so on. So we're on the same path. Right, let's move on to events. Events coming your way this week, and we start, of course, with Atlassian Organized webinar on October 17th, as in tomorrow. Attend the quarterly roadmap update by Atlassian to discover the latest features for software teams and upcoming enhancements. The event will spotlight 2 product demonstrations, the developer experience product, Compass, and an improved Figma integration. Agenda highlights things like recent and upcoming features for software teams, live demos of Compass and the new Figma Jira integration, live Q&A session with Atlassian's product and marketing experts. Again, we were talking about features just now. Go and see what's coming up next. We're telling you what's already there. Go and see what's coming up next with this roadmap event. And then moving on to partner events, tomorrow the 17th, attend Central Europe's largest Atlassian conference in Krakow. Dive into topics like ITSM, Jira Cloud migration, and Jira versus AI networking. Keynotes and breakout sessions await you there. And on Thursday, join the Enlightening DevOps and Cloud Day in Vienna. get updates on the latest in cloud, DevOps, software development, and AI, a must attend for tech enthusiasts and professionals. And we close off the segment with a couple of ACE events. On October 18th, there's an in-person community event in Seoul. Explore how marketplace apps enhance Atlassian's usability, manage user licenses, and optimize business processes. And the next day, Atlanta community is hosting an in-person event as well. Discover the capabilities of Jira's native CMDB, learn to manage assets and configuration items, troubleshoot quickly, and incorporate context into service requests. Bonus, manage unique inventory like pianos, which is an odd thing. Inventory, pianos, so yeah, it might be an interesting one. And that's it for the events this week. Remember, Goosely, check out everything that's happening this week. And before we go to the article of the week, Sergey, last week we had a big announcement, wasn't it?
That's right, Biro. So Atlassian enters into a definite agreement to acquire Loom. That's the news item. So Loom is, as you all probably know, is an asynchronous async video messaging tool. It's a tool that I started using more recently myself. Done some quick video updates on to stakeholders to keep them informed about upcoming app launch. So it's pretty good, and I was recorded some use case videos. It's simple and pretty much works. So part of this kind of acquisition news is always looking at how the company is going to make the acquisition and how they're going to integrate the product in their existing portfolio. So luckily Atlassian didn't leave us wondering about that, and they mentioned a few examples in the post. So for example, they mentioned engineers who will be able to visually log issues in Jira, leaders who use videos to connect with employees at scale, and sales teams will send tailored video updates to clients. So there is definitely some great potential. And of course, there are hints in the post about all this being powered by AI. According to Atlassian, Loom will also remain available as a standalone product, so you can business as usual there. So what do you think, Biro? This is going to make you use more Loom. What do you think what could the potential there for it to expand the use?
I never really got that much into Loom. I think mainly because I've used other tools on my desktop to record stuff, but I've always been interested in trying out Loom, and especially the fact that they've launched a ton of features in the last half a year or so. People keep on telling me, have you seen this feature? Should we do demos with Loom and so on? So it is already a very popular and exciting tool, and the way Atlassian plans to integrate it in their product is exciting as well. Just having that ability for video transmission for various purposes is very exciting, and I'm looking forward to see where this goes. I hope that it will stay a standalone, as in a tool used by teams very individually for the purposes that teams used, because at the end of the day, I feel that there's so many people out there that use Loom. You said you use it for a variety of things. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to see what Atlassian... Definitely, this is probably the first bits that they throw at us as information, as in, we're acquiring them for engineers to do this and that. But I think we're going to see... It's the same with the analytics platform, right? So when they acquired... what was the name? Chartio? Was it? I think it was Chartio. When they acquired the standalone charting tool, it was it's gonna be now part of this. But look at every single week we're announcing new updates to analytics platform. So I'm sure that Atlassian has very exciting future for Loom. So congrats and well done for this crazy acquisition, almost $1 billion.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Right, now let's go on to the last bit, which is the article of the week, talking about burnout. Burnout marked by intense mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion is on the rise, with 59% of workers and 53% of managers reporting symptoms. Key indicators include prolonged negative feelings, physical ailments, mood shifts, and altered habits. For those affected, recommended recovery strategies include declutter, eliminating unnecessary tasks, self-care, focusing on sleep, diet, and exercise, outside interests, cultivating non-work activities, and open communication, discussing workload concerns with managers, seek support, connecting with peers or professionals, and also take a break, basically pairing this with other strategies to prevent relapse. Despite these challenges, burnout can be overcome, allowing for a stronger rebound. So I think this is a topic that needs a lot more attention. On social media, it gets a lot of attention. I'm on TikTok, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And there's a lot of people talking on TikTok about burnout and so on. So I do appreciate Atlassian talking about it a bit more because it's a serious challenge.
Yeah, I especially like the tip about open communication. I think it always starts there. Don't feel like you're alone in this. You can always reach out and get help. So the main thing is to voice your concerns. So
100%. Well, this was a lovely session of Monday Coffee. Thank you so much for joining, Sergey.
Thanks for having me, Biro.
Awesome. And tune in next week with Nikki. Reminder, everything that we talked about, all of the links are in the description of this video. Check them out for yourself. Don't just trust what we give you here blindly. Go and check out all of the sources. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.